So guys, I just wanted to make a quick video to show you guys how to bind these 3-channel receivers. You get the King Motor one and you get the FlySky one. They both bind exactly the same. Now I get a lot of questions how to bind these. I'm just going to show you now quickly. Basically, I've got my battery like it would be in my car, and I've got a servo to show how it works and a remote. So I'm just going to turn the remote on and just show you that it's not bound yet first. So I've got no power there. Servo I'm going to put on channel 2, which is generally throttle. So we turn it on and there is nothing. So, see, the servo is not turning. So this remote is not connected to this receiver. So we turn that off. Remote off. Okay, so you are going to need a binding plug. Looks like this. It's got a little tip there as well, and then on your receiver it will normally say channel 3 is bind. So it's just a little bridge. This wire is just a bridge. It bridges out your communications section and your live, or your neutral, actually your neutral. So you put that binding plug in. Now when you turn it on, you'll see the red light flash. Alright, so now it's looking for a signal. It is asking for a signal. Remote is off. Then every remote will have a button that says bind somewhere. So this one's button sits here. It's a little small button. I have to press quite hard to press it in. So you press that first before the remote is on, and then you'll look at the little red dot there flashing. As soon as I turn the remote on, the red dot stops flashing. You can now release the bind button. Okay, my battery there is a little bit low as well, but it has now bound. Now first thing you want to do is turn off the receiver, turn off remote, remove your bind button. So now they are talking to each other, they are bound. Turn on the remote first, receiver next, and now you see the red light is not flashing and the remote is bound. Alright, cool. Next up, I just want to show you as well how to set the emergency stop on this receiver as well. If you're using this in a budger, when you turn your remote off, you want the servo to stop automatically, right, to brake the car. So now if I throttle, it's turning that way. I want it to brake, I want it to turn that way. So when I turn this remote off, it's turning the wrong way. Okay, turn the remote on. So what you want to do is there's a little hole here in the top, right next to the LED button. There's a little button in there. So you want to press brake so your servo turns all the way. You want to press brake all the way, and then while pressing brake, with this little clip pin thing that's on your binding switch, you press that button until the light flash. I want to show you the light now while pressing the brake. Once the light flash, you can remove this, you can remove the brake. Now what's going to happen, see, this is throttle, brake. Now what's going to happen is when I turn the remote off, the servo will automatically brake. Turn the remote on, returns to neutral. Alright, cool. Let's bind another remote to show you two different ones. Turn this receiver off, remote off. We try another remote. Turn this remote on. It's difficult to see the screen. It is on. Let's see if it's bound already. Nothing. Okay, so light is flashing because there is no remote connected to it at the moment. So we turn that off, turn the remote off. Binding switch, channel 3. Remote receiver on, it's looking for a signal. You get your binding plug. The binding plug is there. You get your binding button on your remote, you press the bind button, and then you turn your remote on. Okay, light has stopped flashing, that means it's bound. Now you turn the receiver off, remote off. Binding plug out, remote on, receiver on. Now the light is on. It is bound. Cool. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. And happy playing.